This is the AI News Flash for July 15th, 1 a.m. UTC. First up, South Korea's Kospi index surged nearly 7% at the open on the 15th, snapping back to 7,335 points. Memory chip giant SK Hynix jumped as much as 11%, reclaiming the 2 million won mark. Samsung Electronics rose about 6%, and Japan's Kioxia gained 7% as AI memory stocks were bought back across the board. The trigger was America's June Consumer Price Index. Annual inflation came in at 3.5%, below the 3.8% expected, and core prices were flat month over month, the smallest gain since January 2021. That eased fears of an aggressively hawkish Federal Reserve. Just 2 days earlier, SK Hynix had plunged a record 15% in a single session, and the Kospi fell around 9% in a so-called Black Monday. This rebound looks more like a technical bounce from oversold levels, and whether it holds may hinge on ASML's earnings and Fed Chair Warsh's congressional testimony. Next, AI cloud giant CoreWeave is exploring a Wall Street playbook to hedge against a future drop in memory chip prices, according to a Reuters exclusive. Cloud operators like CoreWeave have signed long-term supply deals with memory makers such as Micron and SanDisk to lock in supply amid the AI boom. But many of those deals guarantee suppliers a price floor for DRAM and storage, leaving the cloud company exposed if prices fall and it's stuck paying well above the going rate. To hedge that risk, executives have discussed put options, contracts that give the right to sell at a preset price, and other derivatives. The talks are still in early stages and no hedges have been executed yet. A cloud provider using financial markets to hedge chip price risk is unusual, and it underscores just how deeply the AI boom has entangled cloud computing with the volatile memory market. The third, OpenAI researcher Miles Wang is in talks to launch an AI drug discovery startup valued at $2 billion, TechCrunch reports. The round would raise around $200 million, with Lightspeed in talks to lead. Wang dropped out of a computer science degree at Harvard, joined OpenAI in 2024, and co-authored research on automating scientific discovery. Several other OpenAI researchers are expected to join him. The startup aims to use AI to find new uses for drugs that are already FDA approved or that failed in clinical trials. Repurposing existing drugs can dramatically shorten the time to revenue compared with developing new drugs from scratch. AI drug discovery is drawing big money, with Chai Discovery raising $400 million at a $3.8 billion valuation and Isomorphic Labs raising $2.1 billion. The wave of frontier model researchers striking out on their own continues, though the talks aren't finalized and the figures could change. And finally, musician Lorde says AI glasses are, quote, not sexy, putting a fresh spotlight on consumer and artist pushback against AI wearables. Performing at the Mad Cool Festival in Madrid, Lorde told the crowd, "Don't get the glasses," she argued. "It's getting harder and harder to know what's real, and that the here and now is what's sexy." Ironically, the very next act was Jenny, an ambassador for Ray-Ban Meta's smart glasses. The AI glasses market is booming. More than 7 million units sold in 2025, over triple the combined total of 2023 and 2024, and Meta is expanding into cheaper models. Yet, the category faces privacy lawsuits and investigations, plus reports that contract workers reviewed graphic footage to train the AI. As OpenAI teases its first hardware device and rivals race into AI glasses, a blunt objection from a well-known artist is a notable check on the industry's enthusiasm. That's all for this AI News Flash.